y'all, hey, it's your girl KiKi, and this is a Damn Shame podcast. Y'all, tonight, my special guest is none other than Miss Kyndra Crump, okay? Kyndra hails from the ATL, y'all. But let me just tell y'all, she has recently graduated with honors, okay? With honors, let's be correct, from Clark Atlanta University, okay? She is an upcoming comedian, and you can certainly find her on all social media platforms, in particular Instagram at the Kyndra Crump Show, okay? Y'all, she is currently traveling the world, okay? Sis said, I got my degree and I'm out. I'm getting flew out. And one fun fact about Kyndra, she's 27 and she's still a virgin. That's admirable. I wish, okay? I think my son was, by the time I was 27, he was 17. No, just joking. So that is amazing. Kyndra, thank you so much for coming on Damn Shame Podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is amazing. I'm happy that you're here to be my special guest tonight, okay? What we said, KiKi's Concoction, KiKi's Concoction tonight is called Funny Bone, okay? So cheers, Kyndra.
Yes, I got some Alza and Cristal mixed with some water.
Blue water. Hey, that works as well, okay? Child, let's get into this main event. Kyndra, first, I really want to thank you for reaching out to Damn Shame Podcast, right? And I said, I love the way that you approached coming on the show and giving ideas of what we should talk about. And I just thought that this month, as we close or coming to the end of mental health awareness, that we really hone in on some things, the positive things that we can do to keep our mental mind clear. And so they say laughter is good for the soul. So I said, well, hell, she does all these PSA announcements and all that. Hilarious, okay? Hilarious. So if y'all get a chance, check her out on social media and listen to it. But laughter is said to stimulate the heart, is to stimulate the lungs. It's good for us. It releases positive endorphins. And so, you know, sometimes we, quite frankly, have to laugh to keep from crying, okay? So let's talk about it tonight. Kyndra, what inspired your desire to want to become a comedian or, you know, get into that? Is that something that always stuck with you growing up? Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, I mean, I've been funny my entire life. And so with that being said, I just had to figure out exactly what is it that I really want to be in life. And so, you know, I had to go through a series of unfortunate events trying to figure out, you know, what it was. One of the things I said was I wanted to be a worker at somebody's booty club until I realized that I got 2 left feet. You know, I was going to be the first stripper in history bringing home pocket change. You would have thought I was working for a nonprofit organization, okay? I mean, who does not want to bring home up to $100,000 a year? That up to includes going to the VIP room. That's all I'll say about that. You know, partying with the stars and you know, kind of leaving out with some low self-esteem. It's fun, right? Might as well, you know. I said I wanted to be a teacher. I thought a teacher would be cool, you know, and then I realized you can't mollywop kids. I would have been fired the first hour. Yeah, these parents want to be their kids' friends, and it shows. All right, you know, another thing I said was I wanted to be a WWE wrestler so I can get in the ring with John Cena. That was like my first Jungle Fever. Man, yeah, we're going to be together until I realized man's like 20 years older than me. And, you know, he was aging like bananas. And then on top of that, those wrestling moves, submission moves, they hurt. Don't know if you ever been DDT before. You have not for you. How about that? Yeah. And then on top of that, they want you to be like 130 pounds or whatever. And I'm like, honey, I got a whole wagon back here. I can't make it happen. You know, I can't make 130 happen if I want to. Last time I was 130 pounds, I was in 5th grade. Okay. Or maybe 6th grade. That's when I got the wagon in 6th grade. So yes.
There's a wagon that she's dragging. So you wanted to thought about pursuing all these other careers and just started.
It's a slew of them, honey. It's a slew.
Yeah, yeah. And so, who is your favorite comedian of all times?
I have a top 5, but my favorite of all time is Arnaz J. If you're familiar with him, you should be.
I am.
I feel like you're a little bit more seasoned. You've been on this art just a little bit longer, just a little bit.
Sis, you try to call a bitch? Oh, okay.
No. You good 22 years old. You good 22.
Ow, ow. I love Arnaz J. Love him.
Man,
So
he's amazing.
well, tell me your top 5.
Top 5 in no particular order. I'm going to exclude Pryor, Chappelle, and Kevin Hart, even though to me, Kevin Hart sounds funny. When you wear a dress, you already sold out. That's all I'm going to say about that. So my top 5 are Steve Harvey, Carlos Miller from the 85 South Show, Wild and Out. I love Chris Rock, Cedric the Entertainer, and of course, Arnaz J.
Nice. That's a good lineup.
I've not met or seen any of them. So I feel like they're listening to this podcast because you're just that popping. So guys, I need y'all to respond to my DM. Okay. I don't care.
Absolutely.
Have the people who run your page respond. Somebody needs to respond to my DM. Thank you.
Absolutely. A lot of them, I've met a few of them, and they are very personable, very approachable. You know how they, after every show, they'll come out and allow you to take pictures and talk to you and all of that, especially if you get them when they haven't really blown up. I remember seeing Chris Rock when he wasn't even Chris Rock. And when I say hilarious, like falling out my chair, like very admirable lineup. Like, yo, that's dope. So, they say laughter is good for the soul, right? And it's medicine for the soul. Do you think that, you're helping people by going in this path? Like, how are you helping them?
I believe I'm helping them by just making them feel good. If I can make you laugh without me trying to make you laugh, then I say I did my job. I think God gives us all many talents. It's up to you to what you want to use it by. So yeah, I'm like, let me just say whatever comes to my mind. My mom always told me to think before I speak, but I never listened to her. So I just say whatever comes to my mind and hope people laugh, and there it is.
Yeah. So was your family like, was it all laughter with your family? Like that's how y'all do, sitting around like really snapping on one another? What's dinner like for y'all, or family function?
What family function? Honey, I'm a loner. Okay. People ask me,
okay.
how many siblings you got? I'm like, only one that matters, but he got cancer, so nobody matters in my family. Okay, nobody supports me. I'm the only one who supports me. Okay, so no family functions. Parents done divorced at some like short period of time, when I came along and everything else. So I literally said, hey, I am my own family. Like God laughed with me. That was it.
That's it.
Guess what? They ain't gonna get no chinchilla fur coat when I make it. Call pay on me if you want to.
Hilarious. That is all right. So, what is your ideal first gig? Like, have you had stand up on your own, or, have you opened up for anybody, or where are we now?
So I've never actually done the traditional stand-up. It's more so like stand-up is really more so, hey, having a conversation with people, them gathering your attention. Like I've done stuff like that at my job, just, in the hood, wherever. Now I will actually on June 18th, it's Friday, June 18th, I will be doing my first real comedy show that is going to be held through Zoom. When the details come out a little bit later, well, I've been kind of promoting it I think earlier this month, and then when it gets closer to the date, I will promote it on my Instagram. So it's a small fee. Look, if you can go pay for some weed, you can go pay to hear me. That's all I'll say about that. I'm pretty sure it's the same price as weed, but it's better. I'm better. That's all I'll say about that.
So how do you come up?
People make, they pay for whatever they want to pay for. Like, people will sit here and spend their money, and I'm like, bro, child support's due, right? You want to go get some Jordans other than child support? Okay, I see why you keep going back and forth to jail, Gucci Mane. So I'll say about.
Right. So tell me this. How do you prepare for your show? Like, how do you come up with your content?
I come up with my content by just everyday life experiences. If you have a camera follow me all day long, you're going to be laughing from beginning to end. So it's just more so life experiences, how I come up with stuff.
Yeah. So these PSAs, tell us more about those. Like, how did you come up with that concept?
I came up with the PSA. I had an Instagram comedian who one day said, a PSA, and he said it one time. I said, this is perfect. I can take that from him, because people don't understand, like, comedy among music, among whatever, is recycled. A lot of the stuff is used as the same thing, and that's pretty much it. It's like, think smart, work smart, not hard, and stuff like that. So when he said PSA, he hasn't used the sense. I said, okay, cool. Let me go ahead and say PSA, and every week on Fridays typically, but I'm on a hiatus right now. But typically on Fridays, I come out with a PSA, and I just talk about whatever.
Yeah, they are super funny. Like, I watched them like back to back to back to back, and I said, this girl is talented, like hilarious, and that's just awesome. So as you go around, you say you're traveling the world now,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes,
Go to
ma'am.
these different places. I'm sure you're getting a lot of good content.
Oh yes, if you guys are watching my IG story, man, it's like you are there with me. That's what I try to do. I try to, there are some boring cities out there, aka Albany, Georgia, and Raleigh, North Carolina. Ain't nothing out there, but hey, shout out to y'all. Back to the story. But I still made sure to take a couple of videos and show y'all, hey, this is where you can go if you want to have some fun.
So you say you're a loner. Do you think that's why you have, taken this ditch with, comedy and all of that, because, you're a loner? Do you have this creative mind? I tend to think that those people that like and thrive being alone, which is nothing wrong with it at all, are really creative. Do you think that goes hand in hand?
It could. I never thought about it in that way. I guess, like, for me, when you get to a point of trying of not wanting to bring people into your life, like forcing people to be in your life, you just say, you know what, it is what it is, man. Not everybody's gonna be happy for you, and you have to learn to just be okay with that, in a sense. So I think being a loner might have something to attribute to it, but maybe so. You brought a good point. Maybe you should be like a psychologist or something. I think you're like good with picking stuff. You thought about doing psychology?
That's a damn shame. I just been experienced life and been through something. So how will you handle it if you are like booed or heckled? Because all comedians have experienced it.
I experience that on a regular. Are you kidding me? That started with my family. My sister, fun fact, one of my sisters, I was 12 years old, and she says, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was listing out different things, and one of the things I said was I wanted to be a comedian. And she said, you ain't funny. And I'm like, oh, thank you for ruining my dreams at 12 years old, sis. That's why you got about 5 kids with a man who's on the road all the time. Anyway, back to what I'm saying.
Is that where you got the child support and going to smoke weed and not paying the child support? Wow.
You know what? It's something, I just say whatever. And I'm like, hey, maybe this might laugh, make people laugh, whatever. So hey,
Do you think that people don't take you serious when they feel like you are always, when you're a comedian? Do you think that they?
They might not. Only issue that and every comedian out there could relate. Oh, tell us a joke. You a comedian, tell us a joke. You tell me a joke.
Right.
Don't do me like that. But no, I think sometimes people they don't know when to, when not to. I'm like, no, you guys can definitely take me seriously. Like you'll know when I'm serious. You'll know.
The serious look.
Serious look how my tone is. If you
Uh-huh.
know that's it. Like even I know you're a seem like a happy-go-lucky person, but when somebody done pissed you off, you know when it's time. Okay, you give them a
Yeah.
look like, all right now.
Yeah. Definitely. So how do you think you would handle it? Like if somebody did heckle you or booed you, or like when you are on stage, are you the type that will come harder, stronger, or you'll say, look, let's start over?
I've had to like talk my way through another joke when I've like performed at other people's homes and they laughed at the other one. I had to kind of clean it up in a sense. And I'm like, let's just think of something else. That's how I've done it.
Okay.
And it worked out. I learned just keep on talking. Just keep on talking. Let me
Right.
tell you something, man. Michael Jordan missed all his shots. Joe, I'm about to have the whole Jordan squad come after me. Michael Jordan did not make every one of his shots, okay? And nothing's gonna be guaranteed. I'm telling you, not everybody's gonna like what you're doing. Like for example, I'm gonna give you an example. I know for a fact, like with you, you a very voluptuous woman. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't say plus size. Plus size is not even in the dictionary no more. You're a voluptuous woman. You probably done had some men who, earlier on in your life probably done turned you down because of your shape. But guess what? You had other men out there who really loved what you had going on. They loved your shape. So guess what? That's how you gotta look at that.
Yeah. So I don't typically approach men, they approach me. So I don't think that I have been turned down. I can't think of anything in my
Really?
mind.
Go
No, I
ahead. Now I be approaching men. I'm like, you want this, but it don't really work. They stay in my phone for like 2 business days. I'm like, yeah, they must like some penis in their butt or something. And I know I can't be thinking like that. I know I cannot think like that. But I'm like, bro, how you don't want me? Okay,
yeah,
come on now. I'm hot commodity. But then again, everybody's taste is different.
that's
That's
it.
the part of maturing that I have to get to.
That's it. So look, tell me this. How do you maintain, like, have you been in a relationship, like a long-term relationship? I don't know if you're into men, women, what?
You got to ask that question these days. Back in like when you were growing up, it was like either one or the other. And if you were in the closet, like Trick Daddy once said, he said you got waited till you were 30 and out your mama's house. You weren't 10 years old coming out. And he's like, what's wrong with y'all now? I'm like, bro, I'm like, Trick, you got to get on my show one day. So, to answer your question, definitely into men. But if I see a nice fat ass or some boobs in my face, like I think you need like the cleavage picture that you had showed. It kind of like made my little cervix smile just a little bit. But then
Oh shit.
but definitely, but one thing I realize is women are annoying. Okay, they're so freaking annoying, and men are, they're cool, but at the same time, like I'm tired of y'all too because you don't know how to act. Okay, so I'm at the point I just want to rapper the game. So Jason Terrell Taylor, okay, I'm tired of shouting you out, sir. I need you to respond back to my DM. I'm putting my finger in your face right now. I need you to respond back to my DM.
What's his name? Say it again.
The game, Jason Terrell Taylor. I know his first, middle, and
Oh,
last. Okay,
yeah.
he needs to respond back to my DM that I sent on April 19, 2020 at 8:08 p.m. and April 19, 2021 at 9:38 p.m. Respond back. That's all I'll say about that. But no, as far as
Sis, you gotta stand in line because I've been sending one every month. Okay.
Okay, well, that's why he stopped responding back to you because he knows you're a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But listen, as far as the long-term relationship, it has not happened yet because I realized as time has progressed, the biggest myth that was told in high school was, date an older man, they're financially secure, they're mature, they have their life together. You try to date the older men and they're just like the men that you went to high school with. A lot of these guys who try to holler at me are unattractive. A lot of them are very old. And I'm like, oh, you got some money for me? No, but I got this dick though. Sir, I don't want that. Okay, shriveled up. Have you not looked at it? Back to the story. A lot of them are broke. I'm like, bro, how come why is a lot of people broke if I'm financially stable? How come you guys aren't? Okay, so a lot of people who are broke, a lot of them are married. Okay, I done dealt with some guys that I didn't realize was in a relationship until months later. I done went on a couple luncheons and the guy told me after we ate that he was married. Let's see, what else is the problem?
Wow.
A lot of them just want sex. You got to realize this. Men, and I did a post about this. I did a PSA about this. The average man isn't gonna, he doesn't just wake up and say, hey, I want to get in a relationship. Hey, I want to be married today. It just happens. So what it is they're more driven by their loins and trying to stimulate yours, and they want to make that happen. So here's the thing, y'all. I'm not here to be nobody's freak of the week. That's why I just get that head, I get that bread, and I leave. And I'm not gonna give you no head back.
Get that head, get that bread, and leave.
I go on about my day. All right. Back to the story. So no, and on top of that, a lot of these guys, they're boring. A lot of them don't have no type of conversation. They want to, what you doing, you all day? Hey, what you doing? What you doing? Seen, read. You can be talking to the mailbox lady. Okay, y'all can just be seen together. Okay, that's it. I don't have time for that. So no, I'm waiting at this point in my life. I am waiting on God to send me my husband, and I'm gonna keep it at that. In the meantime, I'm accepting DMs. I can still go out to eat with y'all. Look, I'll bring my wallet. You bring yours. So you won't expect no mouth or cap at the end of the night, or butt, whatever you into.
And that's it. I mean, that sounds like a hell of a plan. I married young, so I wish I had that same mentality that you have now, because now I'm doing it in reverse. I'm getting that head, then that bread, then leave. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I mean, well, hell, at least you get it every day, honey. It comes to me every now and again. So that's all I'll say about that.
Listen, so answer this. Were you the class clown? Like, or were you just kind of quiet and reserved as in grade school?
I was a talker. Okay. But I wasn't a class clown. I won most smiles in 4th grade. I lost to this Hispanic girl. I try my best not to say names. I do it on my podcast, but I lost to this Hispanic girl, and she was, I guess, was a little bit more out there and goofier. But I felt like, now that I'm looking back, I think she needed some Ritalin. That's probably why she won, okay? Because she was overdue for Ritalin medication, because she was off the chain. And then she started wearing ankle monitors to school, like in middle school, high school. And then she this was back in the day when kids would be proud about the fact that they were like out there, like running the streets. I'm like, I'm about to be on Beyond Scared Straight. I'm like, bro, like, that's not something you're proud of. But no, I never want to, and then on top of that, it's a popularity contest. Like, I was well known, I just wasn't popular. I was just known for my wagon I had. And then as time progressed, I'm like, how come y'all's wagon's bigger than mine? And it was like comparison of the wagons, right? And I lost, the end.
Wow. So look, we are in a world of the cancel culture, right? And you say the wrong shit as a comedian, as an entertainer, as a podcaster, you can be canceled. How do you strategize so that you don't become a part of the cancel culture?
I get canceled every month. Okay, so listen, I'm always at the cancel culture table. Everything. Let me say this. On my podcast, I say whatever I want. Okay, you can't cancel me on that. But on my social media, I tend to not try to go as, hard as I want to. But on my podcast, I say whatever.
Yeah. And that's what it's about. I mean, they can't cancel you out. You know what I mean? It is you allowing yourself to be canceled, and you're not going to do that. Like, yo, I said what I said, and I stand firm on it. So
that's real. And that's where you can't care what people have to say. Say what you say. That, I mean, people don't, like 50 Cent and G Unit, they said, hey, we love it, man. That's it.
Do you ever get nervous when you're getting ready to do a set in front of somebody?
I might get a little nervous when I have like a lot of people looking at me. So that's the cool thing about Zoom. Like, even though I know y'all watching me, like I'm not actually looking directly at you.
Yeah, yeah. It makes it easier. But listen, we got to overcome it because the world's about to open back up, and you're gonna be on a lot of stages. You know,
Of
do you do
course.
mics?
You said, do I do hiking?
Open mics.
Oh, open mics. As far as open mics, no open mics. Yeah, just I'm getting my voice out there by doing these podcasts.
Nice. Good strategy because social media has really helped several people, launch their, I mean, hell, we came, social media and the pandemic, that's what birthed Damn Shame podcast. So, and we're damn near a year later, still popping. So, tell me this. How do you think that there's a difference with, because you named in your top five some heavy hitters from back in the day? Do you think comedy has changed from that how it was back then versus how it is now?
I feel like now people are just more concerned about cancel culture. Back then, they really didn't care. So back then, they actually were more out there with what they had to say versus now. So yeah, it has changed in the worst way now.
Okay. Um, do you, in what way though? Like,
You can't say racial slurs no more. You can't say homophobic stuff like that. You can't say, it's always a problem. It's always a problem. I'm like, y'all need to just find something better to do, okay? Figure out why your hairline's going back further than the abuse in the Jackson family. Figure out why your teeth look like the New York State line, okay? Like, come on now. Like, figure out like why you keep on walking outside with a nappy wig, okay? help me figure out the reason why you like to wear jeans and no underwear. Like why is your cooter so tough? I don't understand that. It's dumb, man.
jeans with no underwear. I got girlfriends that do that.
Well, honey, don't trust those women. Okay, I don't know.
Don't trust them.
I feel like they like fight men for no reason. I feel like if you look at them the wrong way, they're gonna pimp slap you and keep it moving. I feel like they But do you remember that movie Major Payne in the very beginning when Major Payne like was like the beginning of the movie where he had hissed at that cat when he was about to eat that rat? That's what I feel like they be doing. I feel like they hiss at cats. Like I feel like they can beat up alligators.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So do you aspire to have children one day?
Oh, most definitely, honey. This cooter is ripe and it's ready. Cause I be in heat like every week, it seems, or every day, child. I be trying to punch my vagina and tell it to calm down, but it yells at I'm hungry. Okay, so I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. So yes, I do want one day, but I'm not gonna do with just anyone. My husband is the person who is.
And the reason I ask is because we always want to be, as parents, want to be known as the cool mom, oh, your mom is funny and that's not gonna be you.
Oh, ma'am. No. I don't play that. I don't play that. Okay. I got a cat, the one that flies at people, says meow, makes up to 100 different sounds. I don't know if I still have this cat because she's supposed to be in the care of my punk ass brother who I had to put on child support, but he's on back child support, right? But he still ain't paid me. Back to the story. So with that being said, me and her got into a fight one day. She won. I fought her naked. True story.
Your cat?
Yes, I fought the cat naked one day. And so with that being said, I didn't like. You remember? And I think it was Lion King 2 or maybe Lion King 1 when I think it was Scar who had like backslapped one of the lions across the den. Goodness. That's how I did this cat one day. I like. She flew against the wall. She ran out. She came back to my room like an hour later, meowing.
Allegedly, all right. No, I don't want you to get, people be serious about their animals, okay? So we're
Who
gonna
gives a freak? Tell me, listen, man. If you want to fight about it, we can fight about it. Wherever y'all want me to meet you at. I don't care, man. 99% of people who talk a lot of crap online are not 100% of people who talk crap online are not about that life. You pull up on them, they're gonna try to bring a gun to shoot you. Okay, I don't have time for that. I'm just saying, you trying to fight me, we can fight. Okay, I do have stuff to lose, but at the same time, you ain't gonna try to sit here like don't matter. Ain't no allegedly. I did pimp slap her. I had it on video. You want to see it?
Tell me this. Who are some of you named a lot of your male comedians that were your favorite? Do you have any female comedians that are your favorite?
Only one. Comedian Miss Pat. Shout out to Miss Pat. She's from Atlanta as well. I found out about her on the Breakfast Club, and Miss Pat, MSPAT. She is amazing. She's great. She's hilarious. She was on Netflix, The Degenerates. So you can go still look it up. And she's a voluptuous woman like yourself.
Okay. So tell me this: why do you think it's harder for women to get into the field of comedy versus men?
It's harder for women to get into any type of field because you got to realize, like James Brown once said, that you don't understand it until you get older. It's a man's world, and men will sexualize you. 90% of my following is men. Okay, so the problem with having a lot of male followers is they're going to want to sexualize me. Now I'll say some freaky stuff, but I'm saying it just because. But again, my comedy is not always about that. I try, like on my podcast, it's no holds bar. But when I'm doing my actual PSAs, when I'm doing other type of little things, skits, I try to make sure it is, clean with certain things or whatever else it may be. So with that being said, I definitely look at it like it's just hard because, like I said, men will try whatever that they can to try to get you to do what they want you to do, but you have to be strong. And I always told God, I had a conversation with him on multiple occasions, and I said, God, if you promote me to be well known instead of famous, because there's a difference. You promote me to be well known, then I am not gonna sell out. And I mean that. I don't want to be I want to be well known where I can go into Walmart and y'all see me. Ain't that Kyndra Crump? Girl, what you doing over here? I'm like, same reason you doing over here. Save, low prices, saving money and stuff like that. So that's what I do. Hey, you want to come shopping? Come on, let's walk around. Stuff like that. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying just I don't want no chauffeur. Okay, I barely even want a manager. I got one of my girlfriends like, Kyndra, before we jumped on the podcast, like, Kyndra, I should manage you. I'm like, I ain't got no manager money. She's like, well, just when you make it big, cut me a check. I said, how much you want? She's like, I don't know. You better tell me. I might give you $500. Okay, don't you play with me. Okay, I don't want to give you too much. I don't want to give you not enough. Okay, you let me know what a good base is, and I'll give you that. Not $1 more, not $1 less. Okay.
That's what's up. You always have to have a solid team, and I appreciate my damn shame team because I wouldn't be able to do it. Producer lady, I hear we got some shout outs.
Oh yeah, they in the chat, one talking about their favorite comedian. I think we started a good old conversation. So I hear folks saying, their favorite is Cedric the Entertainer. They love Arnold J. And somebody says, I forgot about Eddie Murphy, the old Eddie Murphy, the leather pants Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
Shout out to Darren Sampson. He's on here. Alfonso Wise. He's in the comment sections. He kind of going there a little bit about the comment about the men and how come, the head, get the head and get the bread. And his comment was, why give it, why pay all that when, women give it up so freely anyway. So they in the chats, the men going in and the women are like, no, don't you start this. So they are Winning Circle, two of my favorite ladies. So y'all shout out to Winning Circle. Alicia Stokes, hey, she's in here. Eve Tate is laughing, LOL. So they in the chat all night.
Thank you, damn Shameless. Y'all know what to do. Hit that thumbs up. Thank y'all, damn Shameless, for being in the comments. But He makes a valid point about, women do give it up so easily. And so, that sometimes is a damn shame. And because we do that, it just makes the situation, really hard for people who don't like you. You're still a virgin. And I wish, well, I'm a coronavirus version.
It's not as easy. People make it's not as easy. There are times I want to, but at the same time, it's cool. It's cool. It has its perks, pros and cons, stuff like that. So I mean, it's cool. No issues or anything. It's just the only issue I have is like every other day. It's like the urge is just increasing, and I'm like, God, I'm trying to live the righteous and holy path, and I need for you to take the urge away until marriage. One time I prayed with my mom, and as we were praying for the horniness to go away, it got worse. So that was the last time I prayed for it to go away.
You said it got worse. Yeah, the intensity. What is the good angel and the bad angel sitting on each shoulder? Let me tell you. So, what is your ultimate dream? You said you want to be well known, but not necessarily famous. What would you say?
Yeah, well known but not famous. Ultimate goal is to have my own radio and television show, and you are definitely welcome on. You can I will have you in a nice hotel, but still bring your bed bug spray because Esmeralda and Maria be tripping. They're overworked and underpaid. They always want to be like, no English. That's English. Stop that. I want to have my own radio and television show. I want to have I got a joke for you. If your heart's ever broken, take it to a Mexican. They'll fix anything. Next thing. I like to write. I want to be an author. Similar to Steve Harvey, I want to have be a child psychologist. You can officially call me Dr. Crump. So I re-enrolled myself back into school again. So nice. I can, get my PhD eventually. Okay. I'm gonna be a psychologist, but I'm not gonna be taking everybody because some of y'all don't want no help. You just like you. This is why I realize people know the answer to their problems, and I'm like you just want a validation. If you don't get it from the right answer from me, you're gonna go to the next person. I do the same thing too. Back to the story. I want to be a minister as well, and nice. I want to. If all else fails, I'm gonna be on the corner. That's all I say about that.
Oh my goodness. No, you have an amazing lineup, the plan. And let me just say this, when you are centered and staying firm on what you want and what you believe in, you're unstoppable. I say that all the time. You get the vision and God will give you the increase for it every single time. So, child, going forward. That's what I love to hear. So, I can't think of anything else. Well, I could, but I don't want this to go on too much longer because I know that we have time constraints. But I want to give you an opportunity to tell us more about this first gig that's coming up. It's via Zoom. How can we find out more information about it? Does it have a name? Tell us about it.
So I hooked up with this guy. His name is Joe Boss Radio. I was actually on his podcast. And he has said, Kyndra, you are hilarious. What I'm going to do at some point before the year is over, I am going to set you up on a little comedy show with some other people and keep it at that. So, okay, cool. But here's the thing though. Whenever people tell me that they're going to put me on to something, I take it with a grain of salt. Because, a lot of y'all cats be lying about a lot of stuff. Oh, yeah, I'll show up. Oh, yeah, I'm going to throw some money for you for your birthday. I'm going to take you out. And you don't ever hear from them. Back to the story. Mm-hmm. So I was when he had sent the message back in, or did the flyer like at the end of April, early May, I was like, okay, he's really serious about it. Okay. He's like, hey, send me a professional headshot. I'm like, oh, can I throw the middle finger? Because I don't know what professional headshot. So It's just gonna be on Zoom. It's gonna be right after I get home from work, and I'm just gonna do my best by saying whatever comes to my mind. So yes, June 18th. It will be a Friday. Yeah, that's about it with that. So he says I can be no holds bar, so I can say whatever I want. On his when he did his little podcast, I had to keep myself clean, so I was Dora the Explorer. This time I can be HBO. I love it.
I absolutely love it. I know you are going to wow everybody in that Zoom. I am so honored to have you on Damn Shame Podcast. Thank you for reaching out to us because I mean, that's what it's all about. Just creating these opportunities and creating your own lane. And I see that drive. I see that's what you're doing. And I admire it. And I just can't wait to sit on the sidelines and be like, I had her on Damn Shame Podcast.
That's right. You most definitely can, honey. I don't care. Let people know. Let people know that you know me. I don't care what you say about me. You said that, yeah, me and Kyndra done did something back in the day. Tell them that I did a good job. Okay, that's all you gotta say. Hype me up, honey. I don't give a damn. I don't.
I give a damn. So listen, thank you so much for tuning in, Damn Shame Podcast. Each week we try to give the Damn Shame Award of the week. And this week it would go to the one who isn't brave enough to put themselves out there and create their own lane. That's what it's all about. You become I'd say you're living instead of just existing. And we need to do a better job at that. Just keep laughing, keep smiling. There's always something to find humor in that can uplift our spirits and keep us. So whoever is not trying to do that and is anti, just with the sour face all the time, you get the Damn Shame Award of the week, okay? So as I said, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in to Damn Shame Podcast. I do not take it for granted that you all are here every week. Y'all, this has been an amazing episode. Just keep laughing. We're going to laugh to keep from crying. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Hey, I say it every week. If you can't be good, be great. Otherwise, it's a damn shame, all right? So be sure to catch the replay. Thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Follow Kyndra. How can they follow you?
Well, you can't follow me on the corner as of yet. Don't follow me on no corner, honey. I'll be on the
Not yet.
They're just preaching out there doing a comedy show. But follow me on Instagram, the Kyndra Crump Show. The as in the KYNDRACRUMP show, and not with a money sign, because I'm not trying to be no fake ass ASAP Rocky. Okay, so SHOW. My YouTube is Kyndra Crump. Please subscribe, and my podcast is the Kyndra Crump Show.
And Kyndra is KYNDRA. All right, y'all. All right, thank y'all for watching. Love you, Damn Shame Podcaster. Yay. It's a damn